Test, 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 test. I cannot stress enough, test. I need you to be skeptical of anything I tell you in this podcast, but I also need you to be skeptical of all the other so-called PowerPoint gurus out there who have their elaborate theories of 10 slides are best and 3 bullet points are best and 3 words per bullet point are best. Maybe we're all full of baloney. So you should be skeptical and you should test. Here's my recommendation. You've heard me touch on this on earlier episodes, but you're giving a big presentation with PowerPoint on Thursday to 50 colleagues or clients or prospects. Get 2 or 3 colleagues at lunch Tuesday. Give them your presentation. When you are done, ask them what slides they remember and what messages they take away from those slides. Any slide they don't remember, it flunked the test. I don't want to sound mean or cruel or harsh, but this is the marketplace. This is what really matters, not my theory, your actual audience. If they cannot remember your slide, it's garbage, throw it in the trash can now. You've got to make a decision. If the point is really important, they're not remembering the slide or the point, then you need to go back to the drawing board, create a new slide that is more visual and more memorable, come up with another story to make it come alive, or forget the point, give up on it. But what you don't want, the worst possible thing you can do, is to have good focus group research, which is what this is, good market research, knowing that it's a failure, and you still launch it in the marketplace, which is really the equivalent of you're giving a speech to your whole audience. As bad as some car companies are, they don't manufacture a car. It doesn't turn on. The customers don't like it when they test it in one market. It doesn't drive. It doesn't sell. And they then say, oh, okay, now let's launch it nationwide. Even car companies don't do that. So why in the world would you take a speech, slides from a slide deck that have flunked a test, and then still introduce it to the larger marketplace? It makes absolutely no sense. So please, I beg of you, you can ignore a lot of my advice and still be a very successful PowerPoint presenter. But this piece of advice is really more important than all the others. Test your presentation, test your slides. If your slides work, meaning your audience understands them and remembers the message, then you go into the actual presentation with a huge amount of confidence. Ask your audience, what do they remember from your overall speech? How would they summarize your speech? What slides do they remember? If your audience isn't telling you what you want to hear, specific to your messages and your stories and your slides, you're not ready to give your presentation yet. Keep refining it until your audience gets it.